Rubies will start. The favourites I mentioned. Career Ratu. Jersey number 19 was impressive in that under-19 championship win here last year. Different story in 2023. It all starts again, and Career Ratu gets us underway. Titi Metcalf, who fumbled it off the kickoff. So it goes back. So New South Wales Country, the nervy start for them. Couple of errors in the opening 20 seconds. And here's an invitation. You don't want to hand them out in this part of the field for the Queensland Rubies. Those early points in 2022, the difference when these two met. New faces across the park, but not the start. New South Wales Country would have wanted. Here is Career Ratu. Overlapping is Mino Sinapati. She's hard to stop as well. Eventually brought down. 5 out from the line. Colchin a dummy half. Quick play the ball. Actually a little ragged at the moment. Still coming to terms with their start, and a penalty doesn't help the cause either. So plenty of questions being asked early from the Rubies. Straight into their groove. Carter makes 4 of them, trying to wrestle free, trying to get it down, and she does! Well, they clocked off there. New South Wales Country, it's all too easy for the Rubies. And Jacinta Carter, the presence of mind, just to roll out of the tackle, slam the ball down. First points to the Rubies. You'll see it on the replay. 5 New South Wales Country players trying to stop her progression, but Carter just so strong. Again, such presence of mind over the try line, knew exactly where she was and what she had to do. Country had no answer, and they do pay a big price for that early error. Always some nerves about kick-starting a tournament. Jorgensen it will be, trying to convert this first try. Turn 4 into 6. Just hasn't quite made the connection she wanted. See the frustration, but it's the only blot on the copybook in the opening 2.5 minutes for the Rubies. First set for them, first points. And you see Carter. 6 New South Wales Country players. They won't want to see that replay. They won't be happy with this start either. Still time though. A long way to go in this one. Reminder of the results we've already seen today. New South Wales City defeated the Queensland Sapphires 22 points to 4. New South Wales Emerging Country in a thriller over Western Australia, 14 points to 12. This one, game 3 of 6 today, day 1. The Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championship. Strong charge. New South Wales Country just struggling to halt the progression. Kate it was who made the meters. Now a try scorer in Carter. Rush up and 3 of them. Halts her progression. Carter wants a penalty. Career Ratu goes inside. Get to the halfway line. Rolling forward with ease. 3 on 2 if they can get it free here, but good work in cover defence by Ether. Eventually brought down. 20 out from the line. Career Ratu finds Jorgensen. Again, they promote the footy. Kitai still getting the arm free. Still fighting. Eventually put down. They send it to the right. Is there more points coming? Die with it on the last, and Sinapati wasn't aware it was the last, but relatively harmless to hand the ball back. Just 5 out from their own line to country. Trying to work their way off it here. Really impressed with the Rubies. Is that another error? It is. It is all going wrong rather quickly for New South Wales country in the opening 5.5 minutes. The Rubies have put the foot down well and truly since the kickoff. As well as country. Maybe a little unlucky with that decision, but regardless, home worst enemy at this stage, and they could pay another price. The Rubies can find more points here. Ratu just keeps it for herself. Lined out to the left. Cox goes for a scoot of her own out of dummy half. Gets 3 out from the line. Marcus are interested again. It's Carter. Well, they couldn't stop her last time. Can she get it down here? Tries to roll in the tackle, but they'll say held up. Almost 2 tries in the first 6.5 minutes of her tournament. Jacinda Carter. Pressure still well and truly on. Country. What's put down? Sinapati. For all money was clear. They will breathe a massive sigh of relief, those in the New South Wales country camp. Great angled run by the fullback. Just needed to hold it. Try line begging. Let off the hook there. So against country. Working out of their own end. Just want to be mistake free. Back-to-back errors. Fortunately hasn't compounded for them on the scoreboard as yet. Strong defence again from the Rubies. They're unrelenting, and again it's Carter. Doing damage with ball in hand and without. Country fight their way to the 40. Strong carry. Alright, Fatiti Metcalf. Last tackle here. What is the last tackle option? Lucy Green just rolls it in behind. It might sit up for the support runners. In fact, Sinapati cleaning up for her side. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you're tuning in on NRL.com. Day 1 of 4 here. 2023 Harvey Norman NRL Women's Championships. Thanks, of course, to Harvey Norman and Major Events Gold Coast. Korea Ratu gets expansive. They've got some room to move out wide. Lovely footwork from Sykes. Can she find a way to stay in? Barely. New South Wales country scrambling to reset their defensive line. Don't want to concede further points here. Last tackle. Sewer to play it. Spin it to the right. Korea Ratu has support. Dinks a little grubber in behind. Oh, it sits up perfectly. Everything's going right. And Bettridge touches down for their second. Korea Ratu. Lovely little grubber in behind. And they extend the lead to 2 tries. You see the replay. Korea Ratu. Let's roll it end over end. There was 2 of them. Bettridge. Touchdown. It was Jorgensen waiting in the wings as well. They find a second try and a chance for Jorgensen to make amends from her earlier conversion. Extend this lead to 10 points. So past the halfway mark in the first half of this one. Certainly not going to plan for those in New South Wales country, and Jorgensen makes no mistake. Extends the lead to 10, and here you see Korea Ratu, such a feature of the Ruby success last year. You saw that experience on show. Summed up the situation. Chat support to her right. They did have them stretched, but it was Jorgensen there too. It's Betridge who touched down, but almost take a ticket stuff. 10-0. New South Wales country just need the footy. Done a lot of defensive work, and it's been errors compounding things for them. You don't want to give the Rubies a head start because they're going to be tough to pull back, and as they grow in confidence, they're starting to promote the footy as well. Colch will play it. Mayu goes on a scoot out of dummy half and makes some great metres. Offloading too, back to Colch, the number 9. Eventually cut down in a good tackle. Got them out to the left. They choose to put it through the hands. And it's Lupumau who takes the second touch this set. Just settles things. Korea Ratu. They got them 3-on-3. Choose to take it through Sewer. Last 2 times they've been here, they've come up with points. Can they make it 3 from 3? Through the hands. They do, in fact. And it's Betridge again. Well, a minute after scoring their second, it's the 5-8. Registers a double, has their third, and they're out 14 points to 0. They are racing away the Rubies. Well, they had them stretched, and again, Korea Ratu just summed up the situation. Betridge, 1-on-1 with Sienna Lang. Has given a much more difficult conversion attempt here for Jorgensen. First 2 were under the black dot. This one, well, you don't get much harder at UAA Park. It's a little bit of a breeze to contend with coming across the ground. Following this one, Ahika Itaroa. First look at them. Taking on the First Nations Gems. That will follow this one. The Northern Territory and ADF in Pool C. South Australia and Victoria to complete the day. This game 3 of 6. Flying by the action. Jorgensen can't get that one to straighten. So remains 14 points to 0. Queensland Rubies well and truly in command. Beating the clock at the minute. Fair start to the tournament for Matisse Betridge. She has 2 inside 13.5 minutes. So back underway. Barwick starts us again. They just haven't had any footy so far in this one. Final 6 minutes. 20-minute halves here in the Harvey Norman Women's National Championship. If you're on the Gold Coast, feel free to come down, see all the action here in Burleigh. Sun is shining, ideal conditions. Players and supporters alike. Korea Ratu takes it to the line. Jorgensen promotes the footy. They've got them stretched again. Betridge has 2. She's everywhere at the moment. Now Sienna Lang, eventually brought down. 25 out from the line. They are riding high with confidence. The Rubies. Last tackle here. They just need to not concede again. Eventually dying with it is Lily Colch. We'll hand it over 2 metres out from their own line. It's a familiar territory for New South Wales country. This is where they've had their footy. Don't want to make an error here though. just want to get to half-time, as they are. Just calm things a little bit. See the Rubies racing up, trying to force an error. Everything going right for them right now. We saw in the game between Western Australia and emerging country, Western Australia dominant in the first half. Complete turnaround in the second for New South Wales emerging country, so it can happen. Abby Grant plays it. Last tackle. Just want to get a clean kick away. Sienna Lang allows it to bounce. Caught in two minds whether to leave it for the fullback in Sinapati in the end. All works out as Sinapati goes on a scoot out of dummy half. So the final 3.5 minutes. First half of this one. Ruby's eyeing more points. Fresh troops off the bench. Tato. Hard to stop. Just churning up the meters, aren't they, the Rubies? You can smell more points coming. Last tackle here. Strung out to the left. They go short side though. They can put it through the hands. Selling the dummy is Nicholson. And she's going to die with the footy once again. This is the fourth time this half that New South Wales country will start their set almost on their own try line. So just about to half time in this one. I'm just tuning in. It's 3 tries to 0. Carter in the opening minute. And Bettridge with a double. Strong tackle. Will be a penalty though. Riley Jorgensen crept up a little high on Kayla Fleming. Maybe past the horizontal, and they do look a little rattled. Do country. Can they answer back here and go the length of the field? Georgia Willie needs support. Nothing forthcoming, so she's going to do it on her own as she puts on the afterburners. Eventually cut down. Can this spark them? It's the closest they've come to seeing the Rubies try line. They put it through the hands. Surely they'll come up with points. What an answer this is on the stroke of half-time. I was writing it down too early. And that sums up their first half. Just hasn't gone right for them. Well, I was reaching for the pencil to mark it down. Ether, as she dove for the corner. Credit the work, though, of the Rubies. They don't give it away that easily. Minnow Sinapati, the fullback. And New South Wales country, no luck on their side so far today. Error off the kickoff. First try conceded in the opening minute, and the Rubies have just seized control. They did need that. Final minute of our opening half. What will be pleasing for New South Wales country, though, is first time they got within the Rubies try line. They were over it. Something to build on for the second half. They will be finding confidence in what they saw the emerging country side do in the second half in our second game in Pool A. Still 30 seconds left before we hit the break, though. The Rubies conjure something. Korea Ratu takes it to the line. Minnow Sinapati chiming in, the fullback. Still there as they promote it. Jorgensen. Last tackle here. Is there an exclamation mark on this first half performance? Colts just rolls it dead, and too much on that one. Well, this first half has raced by. There is a mountain to climb for New South Wales country. They will get to the halftime huddle reassess, but they will have confidence knowing they were over the try line just seconds ago. Not much has gone to plan, but they're still well and truly in this fight. The Rubies in command though, half-time. 3 tries to 0. Queensland Rubies 14. Lead New South Wales Country 0. Lost the ball over the line, some handling errors. Handing possession to the Rubies. Crucial times. 3 tries to 0. It will be heartened though by that fight back we saw in our second game today by New South Wales emerging country. Trailed 12-0 at the break. They turned it around. Certainly New South Wales country can do the same. The Rubies, successful last year in the National Championships, under-19 winners. Of course, different format this time. This may help them. I'll say it's knocked back. Thought for a moment Carter had knocked the ball on. Been a composed start from the Rubies, and as I say that, Carter, for the second time this set, handling goes astray, so they'll need to clock on. Opportunity turns to New South Wales country. Well, this time in the first half, Carter was crossing the line, opening the scoring inside the first minute. Second, not quite going to script for the Rubies. And country find points. Montgomery, nice footwork, just changing the angle. Fighting her way. 30 out from the Rubies line. Patton into dummy half. Green shows it. Carter trying to make amends for her error. Driving back Abby Grant. Cute out to the right. They go in that direction. Yeo turns it inboard. First time we've seen country putting passes together and comes unstuck again. So that cohesion lacking New South Wales country. So we're just about halfway through on day one. Chance to thank our sponsors Harvey Norman and Major Events Gold Coast. 4 days of Women's Rugby League. If you are around the Gold Coast area, do come down and check it out. The sun is shining. It'll be on NRL.com as well for all the live action. So, pleasure to have your company. Thanks for tuning in for this. Adam Sansarossa here with you, bringing you all the action. Compelling stuff so far. First 2 games started things with a bang. This one not done with. Rubies have control, but country in the fight. So they play it. 40 out from the country line. Sewer sends it back. Carter streaming through the middle. No real support coming her way. Already a try scorer today. Last tackle here. Spin it to the short side. Karia Ratu. Grubber has resulted in a try previously. It's resulted in another error though for country. It's a full set. 10 out. Thought for a moment Kariratu was going to put it through the hands and try and link up with Nicholson, but Charlotte Ether it was who just couldn't control. A huge chance for further points. Bettridge. Double already. Just loses her feet in black play. Fisher Pearson to play it. Penalty coming. Too slow for Crystal Bulmer. Emma Barnes takes the tap. just holding on. New South Wales country, you sense more points on the horizon. Thought Barnes might have a look from dummy half. Have they spilt it though? Playing on, we're saying it's knocked back. Kitai trying to get that right arm free. Takes 3 to pull her down. Carter's there. It's a very sloppy play, the ball. And they're going to let them get off the hook here. Well, they may rue that one. 4th try. It's a real mountain for New South Wales country. 14-0. Still there. Just sloppy in the end from Kitai. The 5th set in this game. New South Wales country has started in this part of the field. Really had no field position at all. Territory battle being won by the Rubies. Mistakes a part of that, but also coming back from points as well. See this defence racing up, physical. Mentioned the Rubies ended New South Wales country's tournament last year. 22 points to 4. Fast start on that occasion. Similar narrative in this one. Can they go to the short side? Lucy Green takes it to the line. Met in a strong tackle. Betridge there, the last. Got it to the 40. Pressure on this kick coming from Betridge. Was it touched by the Rubies? Still in dispute. I'll say it's a knock-on by New South Wales country. There might have been a hand on it initially by the Rubies, but judged to be country. And again, luck not going their way. Let's see it. They did put a lot of pressure on Lucy Green. Yeah, correct decisions come off Sienna Yeo there, so Rubies to start on halfway. 3 tries to 0 they lead, looking for a 4th and really hammer home this advantage, and that's not what they needed on the first tackle. A reminder of what's to follow this one. Mahika Aitaroa, New Zealand team. First look at them, their first time at the NRL Women's Championships. They take on the First Nations Gems. A second game in Pool B. We feel they are going to turn this around, country. They need to be next to score. 12 minutes remaining. Rubies 3 tries. All coming in the first half. If you're just joining us, Adam Sandrosa here with you. Thanks for your company on NRL.com. Game 3, day 1, the Harvey Norman Women's Championships. Country looking to put some passes together. Barwick met in a strong tackle though. Defence not quite set. Kiana Patton churns up some nice metres for country. Last tackle here. Wrapping around. Here's Yeo. Which she'd put the kick in herself, but just links with Green. They'll put it through their hands, country. They're searching for points. Montgomery just puts it on the toe. Not a bad option. May have too much on it. In fact, does roll. End over end and dead. Copybook. Defence from the Rubies. They're doing the job. Largely error-free from them compared to country. Just the one error so far for the Rubies. Forwards have done a great job helping their side get up the field. The back five chiming in here. They look for Emma Barnes to go on a scoot as well. Carter really led that forward pack, as I mentioned. Spin it to the left this time. Korea Ratu. Nicholson plays it on the fourth. Short side. Goes Barnes. Nice little dummy as she tries to scoot down the sideline. In the end, runs out of real estate, and a good cover defence from Crystal Bulmer. Just as I called it. Emma Barnes doesn't mind her. Ran out a dummy half. Does have pace to burn. Remains 14 points to nil. Time starting to tick away for New South Wales country. Opening game so crucial in this tournament. Only the pool winners remaining alive to take on the winner of Pool A. So again, it's country playing out of their own end. Set after set has started in this part of the field. It does make life difficult. Good meters here on Patton. Slow to play it. Again, they'll chance their arm and spread it. Montgomery has pace and footwork, and a good one-on-one tackle. Holds her progression. Tuilagi it was. Last tackle now. Green does the kicking. Trying to turn around Mino Sinapati, and couldn't have set up better for the fullback. So 8.5 minutes remaining. No points so far in this second half. Been an intense game, this one. Stakes starting to creep in though for the Rubies. Haven't quite slammed the door yet on New South Wales country. Time not on their side, but bit of possession and some points, and all of a sudden can be game on. So Green feeds it. Montgomery. Nice little wraparound play. Montgomery into first receiver. Now Green. Starting to string some passes together and find their way upfield. That's so much defensive work. Patton, like what she's doing out of dummy half and keeping it alive as well. They know they need points and they need them quickly. Perrin plays it. Bet. Pull down to win the tackle. They'll play it. 20 out from the line. Green in at dummy half. Morella takes 3 of them to stop her. Still the legs charging. Need to see some support runners get involved and help them out. Best chance they've had in this second half to find their first points of the tournament. Rushing defence though. Quells the danger to now. Fleming into dummy half. Got them short side if they use it. Walsh. Corral. Ruby's doing the job defensively. They want to keep the scoreline at 0. Millard will play it. Centimetres from the line here on the last. Does Patton go herself? Just sets it up here for Yeo and overcooked. They want 6 more, but they'll bring an end to the set. And the Rubies pass the test for now. And now it turns to the Rubies to Work their way out of their own end. Just want to be mistake-free as just over 5 minutes remain. Players joining us second half of our third game in the program on day one. Harvey Norman Women's National Championship. Is that a lost ball? It is. They'll say knock on. Was there a hand in here from Montgomery? It's the strip. Judged to be a knock on though, so a little bit of fortune going the way of New South Wales country. They will want to turn it into points now. Yeo takes it herself to the line. Support runners with her. Penalty coming. Trying to slow down to play the ball. Yeo will find her touch.
Here we are on the line. Wait for the force.
Walsh wants it quickly. They know time. Not their friend at the moment. Inside the final 4 minutes. Barwick has met in a strong tackle again. Jorgensen it is. Heavily involved today. Had her hand in a couple of tries as Yeo just loses her footing. They want a penalty. New country, they think the Rubies are just slowing things down. Strong tackle over the top. Watch for Patton perhaps out of dummy half. Nice work from the number 14. Next with T. Metcalf. They have not got closer today. They want the quick play of the ball. Still they fight, so the Rubies won't give any points away. Needs to come here. Fleming. Put it through the halves. Yeo. Anywhere will do. Montgomery's crying for it. Has it here now, the centre. Nice footwork from her. Turns it inboard. Is this their first try? Still they fight. The Rubies scramble. I say it's a strip and they'll hand them 6 more tackles. Well, you've got to dip your hat to the Queensland Rubies. They are not giving away points easily today. Time and time again, New South Wales country have knocked on the door close to the line. No points as yet. Does that change here? Millard. May not affect the result, but some reward for their effort. Much improved in this second half. Watch for Patton. Does she go by herself? She does sell the dummy. They read it superbly, the Rubies, and she was asked to play it. Tried to improve the position. Still there for them. And I'll say it's a knock on. Oh, I thought Kayla Fleming had crashed over. Beaten the markers. Referee well placed though. Says it's a knock on, so really a story of New South Wales country's opening game. Been over the line twice now to lose it over the line. Just some errors at a crucial time, and penalty is not going to help the cause. We do have a New South Wales country player down as well. So closing moments of game 3 here. So that replay, here's Fleming. Referee couldn't be better placed for that. No real complaints from Fleming, so she knew she'd lost it. But again, full ticks for their defensive effort. Saw Minnow Sinapati in that first half, crossing cover. Ratu will try to find her touch. and they finished the game with a 4th try. No points in the second half so far. Mutato. Barnes again goes for a scoot, catches the markers napping, fights away, 10 out from the line. Nicholson, Korea Ratu. Short ball. Tato, close. Korea Ratu, they're queuing up for it. She'll keep it for herself. The halfback, can she get it down? Rubies like it. They'll say held up. Now we credit the work of New South Wales Country defensively. Certainly put bodies in the way. Still time to provide an exclamation mark on this win for the Rubies. Trying to find a 4th try. Tees Bettridge already has 2 today. So we'll have 43 seconds remaining in this one. Is there a 4th try for them? They go in the direction of Bettridge, but didn't exactly read it. And again, first tackle option. Not going to plan for the Rubies. Their job, though, in their opening game of Pool B, just about done. New South Wales Country just never really allowed to get into the contest in that first half. And is that a forward pass? It is. And that will just about do us. Scoreless second half. New South Wales Country did knock on the door. They were over the try line. Just couldn't get it down. A frustrating opening to the tournament for them, but they've met a clinical Queensland Rubies. It was a fast start, piled on the points. First try in the opening minute, and then Bettridge helped herself to a double. And from there, it was going to be too hard for Country to come back. In the end, Rubies opened their tournament with a 14-0 win. Quick break from us. When we return, Hika Ataroa and the First Nations Gems. Second game in Pool B on the other side.